Welcome back to the healing series. Before starting this episode, disclaimer. People who are, let's just say, driving heavy machineries, motorcycles, cars, or involving with any sorts of heavy work that needs your complete attention, I suggest you to not listen to this while you are doing some other works, because parts of this episode where some deep meditation music and the tone of the episode goes in a very calm tone, some of you might feel sleepy or dizzy. So I suggest you to listen to this episode particularly when you are free and when you are comfortably sitting in a chair or some peaceful space, and close your eyes or relax yourself and listen to this. It is my kind request for everyone who's gonna listen to this. So yeah, here we go. This is episode 6, and today we are diving into something ancient, something powerful, something that has helped people for thousands of years. As you already saw the title name, the topic is mindfulness and meditation for emotional recovery. And what a perfect time to talk about this. We are literally at the end of this year, 2025, and the holidays are here. I hope everybody celebrated Christmas by this time. If I'm, and New Year is just around the corner as well. So, yeah, I hope for this is gonna resonate with you all since we are closing this year strong. For many people, this time is full of joy, celebrations, and new beginnings. But for some, it also brings stress, emotional weight, and hidden struggles. That's why I thought, why not use this episode as a way to pause, reflect, and understand how mindfulness and meditation can be one of the most powerful tools for emotional recovery. So, today we'll go deep, we'll look at the history of meditation, we will explore the science, we will understand how it changes the brain and how it heals the heart. And I'll also give you the practical ways to apply it in your daily life. Alright? For now, we will do one small exercise. Let's just take everybody who is listening to this, everyone, just sit down comfortably in a peaceful place, and I'm gonna play a little music. When the music starts, take a deep breath, inhale through your nostrils, pause for 5 seconds, and exhale gently through your mouth. And then pause for 5 seconds. Alright? We will do this exercise for like just say 1 minute until the music starts and ends. All right, let's do this. So here we go. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nostrils. Take a pause for 5 seconds and then exhale gently through your mouth. Pause for 5 seconds and then repeat this for a minute, and then we will continue our discussion. All right, slowly open your eyes and we will begin our discussion. Let's go into the history of meditation. Meditation is not something new, it's actually one of the oldest practices known to humanity. The earliest written records came from India in the Vedas around 1500 BCE. That's over 3000 years ago. Back then, it wasn't called meditation, it was called dhyana, meaning contemplation, deep reflection, awareness. Over time, this dhyana spread. Hinduism practiced it, Buddhism carried it across Asia, Taoism in China developed breathing practices, Zen Buddhism in Japan emphasized sitting silently, watching thoughts like clouds passing by. And what's fascinating is this: whether it's Indian yogis, Buddhist monks, or Christian mystics, the core idea is the same: to quiet the mind, to observe, and to return to the present. Meditation is not actually tied to one culture or religion, it's a universal human technology for the mind. Fast forward to the 20th century, the scientists in the West became very curious. They asked what's really happening when someone meditates. Is it just sitting quietly? Or is there something deeper? That curiosity led us into the modern era of meditation research. And now we understand the science, isn't it? Those, the science of meditation. When you meditate, your brain changes. Normally, when we are stressed, distracted, or anxious, our brain is filled with beta waves, fast, restless, chaotic. I know we all experience this every single day because stress, distraction, anxious nature or anxiety, all these things fills up in our brain every now and then. But when you meditate, something magical happens. Your brain begins to produce more alpha waves linked with calm focus and theta waves connected to deep relaxation and creativity. I hope this part is very clear to the everyone who is listening, because when it's chaotic and when we are very distracted or stressed, our brain basically stays in the beta waves. And then when we are silent and do meditation, the brain starts to shift from beta waves to the alpha waves, which makes our mind so calm. And then it will flow into theta waves, which is basically connected to core level relaxation, and that's when our creative ideas and everything will starts flowing naturally. I'll give an example so that everyone can understand. Let's just say you are in a very noisy environment. In India, if you just step out, everything is very noisy. I don't know about other countries, but I know most countries it's not the same situation. But in India, yep, the moment you step out of your home, just on the road, it's always noisy 24 by 7, people honking 24 by 7, and your mind instantly shifts into alpha waves, which means you will get irritated, frustrated, stressed from all the noise, sound, and everything. And then guess what? The moment you step into a temple, a mosque, a church, some sort of a thing which is very peaceful, isn't it? Our mind, if you just go there and sit there for few minutes, you can literally feel our mind is literally calm, which actually shows your brain waves are in alpha waves produced, or it entered into alpha waves kind of a thing. And then you will feel after some time, you will feel so relaxed, and your creativity and your mind is now at peak level calmness, and that's theta waves. And that is the reason why we go to the temples, we go here and there, to church, mosque, every place that is religiously tied to one way or another. This is the actual reason to actually go there, to be so calm. But people are so messed up, they actually forgot the whole point of going to these places. Instead, in today's world, people will go there to, list out their needs to the God, that, oh God, I came to this temple or church or mosque or other religious places. They provide the list to the God saying, okay, this is what I need this year, this is what I need this year. You have to give me this, you have to give me that. People got it all wrong, my dear people. The whole point of going to those places is to make yourself calm, relaxed, peaceful. And then once you enter, convert from the alpha waves, from the beta waves to the alpha waves, and then alpha waves to the theta waves, you will have the energy, you will get all the answers you need in your life to move on and achieve those goals. That's the whole point of it. So, God is there, God will do his job or her job for sure. But the point is, the whole point of going to temples or all the sacred spaces is to achieve the most relaxed state and the most creative kind of a state. Like, you have, your brain should enter into theta waves kind of a thing. So, yes, that's the only when you feel very stress free, no matter what happens in your life, you feel very calm, very peaceful, and you can restart it. So, long term meditation even reshapes the brain. That was based on some researchers came up. You can literally reshape how your brain behaves. This nature of this procedure is called neuroplasticity. Harvard researchers found that just 8 weeks of meditation increased the thickness of prefrontal cortex, which is the decision making center. At the same time, it shrank the amygdala, the stress and fear center, which basically means you are in control of your body and mind, not the other way around. Because most people get stressed because some bad situation happened. It's not a bad thing. That's how the human body is designed. But you can still take control over of that or practicing meditation in your day-to-day life. So yes, what does this mean? It just basically means meditation makes you calmer, it gives you more control over your emotions, and it lowers stress. I'll give another analogy, isn't it? So you will understand. Let's just say, imagine your mind is a glass of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, the mud never settles. But if you just place it on a table and leave it for few seconds, just still, slowly the mud sinks. The water becomes clear. That's just basically meditation. The clarity was always there. You just had to stop shaking the glass, which basically means you just need to stay in a very peaceful, calm place for a while and focus on yourself and your thoughts. You will have all the answers that you need in your life. I think I'll also give simple another analogy. See, you are so stressed about something in your life and you went to some sacred spaces or you went to traveling, some sort of things. And suddenly out of blue, you get all the answers, isn't it? We all been there. And the answers come, you see the pattern there. The pattern is very simple. The moment you are very calm, very connected with the nature, you are only with yourself, no outside noise, nothing whatsoever, and you enter from distracted mood to relaxed mood, and then from there to complete relaxation and creativity mode where the theta waves started producing. That's when you hit the clarity in your life, and that's when you know what you need to do. You get all the answers you need in just one go. And this is true, guys. This is true. Try it once, it's just free. You can try it. But I know in today's world, most of us are very busy. We don't even have just 10 to 15 minutes for ourselves in this chaotic world because we are all running after something, isn't it? So, yes, now let's just pause for 1 minute. I'm gonna play a meditation music. Let's just take a deep breath through our nostrils, pause for 5 seconds, release through our mouth, and repeat it for 1 minute. Alright? And then we will enter into the part 3 meditation for emotional recovery. Here we go. Take a deep breath through your nostrils. Pause for 5 seconds and then exhale through your mouth. Pause for 5 seconds and then repeat the same process. Alright, slowly open your eyes. Let's begin our part 3 discussion, meditation for emotional recovery. Now, let's connect this to our emotional recovery. Emotions are not our enemies, they are just signals, you know, they are like, traffic signals basically. Each emotion will say something if you really align with it. Anger says something is wrong. Sadness says something is missing. Anxiety says the future is uncertain. But when we don't know how to process them, they overwhelm us. Meditation is learning the language of emotions. Instead of fighting them, you just sit with them, you watch them, you breathe with them. And in that gentle act, emotions lose their sharp edge. Science shows meditation lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. It increases serotonin and dopamine, the happiness chemicals. That's why even 10 minutes of mindful breathing can make you lighter, calmer, more grounded. Here is another analogy. Emotions are like, wild horses. If you fight them, they throw you off. If you ignore them, they run wild. But meditation is like holding the reins gently, guiding without force. Over time, the horses calm and you start riding them instead of being dragged. That's why meditation is so powerful for recovery. It doesn't erase emotions, it transforms your relationship with them. Let's begin part 4, practical meditation guide. All right? I'll give you now few tips, okay? Now let's just get practical. You don't need actually a monastery or hours of free time. You just need to have like 5 to 10 minutes in a day, which is very hard in these given situations of economy and work life balance and everything. I am pretty much aware of that. That's why I'm gonna give you very very simple methods. If you're in your car, okay, you just reached your work or anything, or somewhere in your office you find a peaceful spot where you can sit calmly and no one gonna disturb. Just sit there, just for 5 minutes a day. All right, just sit very comfortably. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose. Pause for 5 seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, and then pause for 5 seconds. This is what I am actually trying to teach you from the beginning of this episode. All right, while you're doing this, focus on the sensation of your breath. All right, focus completely on how you're breathing. When your mind wanders, notice it and gently return to the breath. So basically, while you're doing it, focus on your breath. That's it. That's meditation for you guys in a simplest form possible. You can also try a body scan, moving awareness from head to toe, or a mindful walking, simply noticing each step. Remember, it's not about stopping thoughts, it's about watching them without judgment. All right, so that's today's episode, guys. Mindfulness and meditation for emotional recovery. We explored the history, we looked at the science, we saw how meditation helps emotional healing. As we move into the new year 2026, I cannot think of better practice to carry forward, isn't it? Because life will always bring challenges no matter what. But with mindfulness, with meditation, with awareness, we can face them with strength. So, I want to thank you for being here, for listening, for giving me your time. We started this series around May or June 2025, like not the healing series, but this podcast started around May end or June, beginning of June 2025, and now it's December already, and the year is also closing. I think this is the sixth episode in healing series, and we are still going. January has more to come, January 2026. This is just the middle of the ride for me and for most of the people who are following me from the beginning. So, as you step into the new year, pause, breathe, and remember healing is not a race, it's a journey. All right. So, I would like to also especially appreciate you guys because from the initial days, we do have international listeners from few countries other than India, like US, Russia, Morocco, UAE, and hopefully we will also expand and Morocco as well. Hopefully we also expand to other parts of the world soon enough. So if you really like this, if you really appreciate my work, I would like to help you in one way or another. So kindly share it with your friends, family members, anyone who needs help in one way or another. If you think genuinely it's gonna help, my podcast, The Road Dog, The Road Dog podcast is available everywhere in Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Overcast, Good Pods, and many more. You can simply type this and it will show by Dr. M. Ryder or my name, Dr. Mukund Yadav Paidi. So you can look for it and you can watch and you can give me your suggestions there. You can also follow me on my social media, my YouTube channel. Everything is listed in my descriptions. Okay, if you check it out, you will find everything needed. You can connect with me, you can share your thoughts if it helped you one way or another. That would make me happy. That the whole point of beginning this podcast is to help people around across the world, so that as a doctor and as a motorcycle rider, creator, influencer, YouTuber, whatever, entrepreneur, all these things, my whole point is to help the people out in one way or another. So if it helps you, that makes my day. So I would like to, really thank you all very much for taking your time in your busy schedules and listening to me. So I hope you will enter into new year with new courage and prosperity, health and wealth. With this meditation techniques, you keep that in mind, and whenever you need to come back, my podcast will be already there. You can listen to it as many times as you like and get that insight, and it will help you and your family members, friends, and everybody around you to stay positive in life no matter what challenges throws. Until next time, stay mindful, stay present, and keep healing people. This is Dr. Mukund signing off. I will catch you up in next episode in New Year 2026. Take care.